Welcome everybody. I'm going over today some exercises and some stretches that you can do if you're prone to, I won't even use the medical term, but what's known as tennis elbow, where the muscles and the ligaments right in through this area get very sore, tight, could even be swollen. If you're having a flare-up, make sure that you have your doctor or physical therapist check it out to make sure that there's not something more going on. But if it's just something you're prone to, as photographers are, tennis players are, sometimes golfers, anytime you're holding things for a long period of time like this, especially if it's weighted, one of the things that you'll find is even though most often the pain is in this area, part of the problem comes from the wrist. So what we're going to focus on with the stretches is a stretch and a strengthen that gets the entire arm. We don't want to involve the shoulder in this because that's a different set of muscles. So I'm going to do these seated just because it's easier and you don't need to stand to do it. So from a seated position, you're going to take your arm. Now, if it's really bothersome right now, you can put your arm on a table or something to do these exercises, because we're going to start with the wrist. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a fist with our hand. Palm is down, facing the floor, and we're just going to come down and up and down. If you need to support, you can, but try not to interfere with the muscles and tendons along here that are trying to work. Don't go fast. This is meant to be very slow. This is called stretch and strengthen at the same time. Now, if all you can do is just this, that's fine. It'll come with time. I do this all the time, which is why I have a good range of motion in this area. But you can see if you look closely, the muscles in my arm working, and they're attaching right here in this area. So you're going to want to do that about 10 repetitions. Then we're going to switch, and this time my thumb is going to be facing the ceiling. Same position with my arm rolled up. Again, if you need to put this on a table or on the edge of a sofa or something, make sure your wrist hangs off though, because now what we're going to do is down to the floor, up to the ceiling. Keep your wrist straight right in through here as you're doing this stretch, again very slowly. Now if you're doing any of these stretches and you're feeling extreme pain, stop. This is meant to be a stretch to strengthen. It shouldn't be painful. It should feel stretchy, but it shouldn't feel painful. Again, about 10 repetitions here. The next exercise that we're going to do, open your hand. We're going to start palm down, and this is a rotation exercise. So palm down, rotate your thumb outward to palm up. Don't involve your shoulder. Make sure it's all coming from here. Get that rotation. Again, very slowly. Palm down to palm up. Again, about 10 repetitions with this. Great. Now the last movement in this stretching routine for this area, we're going to involve the other hand, and we're going to take our hand and extend the elbow this time. Again, if it's painful to extend your elbow, don't force it. So elbow extended, we're going to kind of gently pull down and then come up and gently pull this way. Again, this is very slow. Now, if you're coming down like this and you're not feeling a good stretch, once you're down here, curl your fingers under. Because you can see what I'm doing here. I'm feeling even more of a stretch in through here. Release and come back up, down, and up. You remember we started out with this movement with a fist, with our bent elbow. You want to do this one last because you want your muscles and tendons to be warmed up before you do this one. And that is your stretching routine for tennis elbow area. Any kind of repetitive use, if you hold something or hold that position for a very long time in your job or in some of your creative activities, these are very good exercises both to start and end your day with. I just did my right arm. Make sure when you do them, you do both arms. You don't want to be stronger on one side than on the other. But do those routinely and you'll notice a big difference. And again, any swelling or pain in that area, check with your doctor or your physical therapist. Thank you for joining me on the video today. It was great having you here. Subscribe to my channel, visit my website, check me out on Facebook, and give me feedback. I use the feedback that I get from my viewers to decide what to do in my next videos. I'm here for you, so let me know what you would like. Thanks and see you next time.